I predict a Duke's victory.
Welcome to another episode of the Crush Fantasy Football Podcast, episode 20. My co-host Dolan is off getting massages in northern Thailand. I brought in not just one backup, but the two boys from Fredericksburg. There's no heart over hype, talent over Twitter, self-made over self-proclaimed, hard work over hearsay, loyalty over last names, stature over size, and effort over ego. That was hard. I should have practiced that. Luke, welcome to the pod, boys.
Dude, thanks for having us. Super excited. Shout out Fredericksburg, God's country. Thank you, James, for that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, James. Well, it's a blessing to be on here today, James. You know, you ducked us for the first 19 episodes, but here we are.
Dude, you guys didn't even know the first 19 episodes existed. So
dude, you gotta get a new marketing team.
We have what's the where you do like not Funrise, but you do gig work. What's that platform?
Like Fiverr or something like that, or
we have an open unpaid internship. I know it's hard to get jobs because of AI these days for new grads. We have open unpaid internships at Crush Fantasy Football. What's going on?
I am in my new recently moved in apartment in Washington D.C., so nation's capital.
Recently moved in.
Yeah, it's been like two months now.
Okay.
I just moved into this apartment. So I guess the apartment didn't recently move in, but I recently moved into the apartment. It's been here a while.
Dude, Luke, I'm more interested in yours because I honestly don't know where you are.
I'm up here in the Pacific Northwest corner of the world, Anchorage, Alaska. You know, a stone skips from Mother Russia over here. As you can see, it's still light out behind me. It's about 5:30 here, so I'm just enjoying it. It's starting to snow a little bit, but for the most part, enjoying this last bits of sunlight and gonna keep enjoying having kickoffs at 9 a.m. around here.
9 a.m. Man, I would have guessed even later, honestly, than 9. Wait, so how many hours of sunlight do you have right now?
It's pretty normal right now. It's probably like 8 hours of sunlight, but I'm losing 10 minutes a day until it basically gets to like 3 hours of sunlight towards the end of the calendar year.
Yeah, I thought you were moving to Tennessee. Not yet.
February.
Soon.
March time.
Yeah.
March time. Yeah, thank God.
Dude, then Jackson will actually come visit you.
Dude, bad friend.
Yeah, bad friend. Once he loses the league 2 straight times, he'll have to come see me. Like Jake and Dolan.
Some say he's on a fast track to do that. Just kidding.
Let's dive into it, you know?
Dude, before we dive into it, I know you guys aren't as versed as others in the first 19 episodes, but we always start with Take Montezuma. Basically, we get our hot takes out of the way so that we give level-headed, concise analysis the rest of the show. Take Montezuma, sponsored by Soiree Season. If you don't want your grandmother's wedding registry company, check out Soiree Season. Check website link coming soon. Promo code CrushFM. All right, I asked you each to come with a hot take, one football, one non-football. Jackson, start us off. What's your take, Montezuma?
Okay. We're driving home from work today, my girlfriend and I in the car, and I had this take that she thought was insane. So I actually don't know if it's a hot take. I want you boys to tell me. I don't think you should be expected to know what the president's wife looks like. Any president and their wife. It's like asking me to know like what Dak Prescott's wife looks like. You know, like QB1 of America's team. Like I know QB1. But why would I know what their significant other looks like? I mean, I don't know. Is that crazy?
Luke, I'll let you comment first. I have a couple thoughts.
I think the context matters a little bit here. Obviously, I'm riding and dying for my football team. Don't give a damn what they're doing outside of work. But, you know, for a business, though, you got to know, hey, what's this guy's wife look like? Because, you know,
he does the taxes. He sets the taxes.
I got to know why I got to know why he's coming into work all super pissed off. And I might look to see what his wife looks like. And I'll be like, see, there it is right there. You know? This guy goes home and deals with that. No wonder he hates every single one of his employees.
Jackson, I'm mostly on her side. Just because it's impossible to avoid. For like, if you like past, presidents' wives. I get it. If you weren't alive, you'd have no idea. But
This is all presidents.
No, you should not know what all presidents' wives.
Well, all ones that we've been alive for, as a high school to adult age.
From not even high school, from college to adult age, I think you should know. Just because there's so many pictures, and then they do all the programs and everything.
Well,
these kids eat free or whatever.
A little deeper into it was that I would know obviously if she's on Twitter or something I see it, but if she's just walking down the street with no Secret Service or anything, would you know that this person was
no, absolutely not
the president's wife?
No. I thought it's just would you recognize her on the newspaper? If she was the front page of the newspaper with no words, you'd know who it is, or would you not?
So I know Michelle Obama. I mean, she changed the vending machine systems in the schools.
Could you pick Jill Biden out of a lineup? I actually don't think I could. So maybe you're right.
I know. I could.
I think I agree with you. You've changed my mind. I think I could. Yeah. I don't think I could either.
I think I'm just chronically on Twitter too much, so I just see what these people look like.
Well, Luke, it's part of your job in this nation's military.
I mean, there's a picture of Donnie T right out here in the hallway. But as far as the wife, I do think I could.
Is Ivanka in the picture with him?
Yeah, that's good.
It's Melania.
It's Melania.
Man. Come on, man. Exactly.
Damn. Well, is Ivanka there either?
I mean,
okay, cool. There we go.
I mean, he was here last month. He literally came to the installation and met with old Putin. So I got a day off of work, and shit was great.
Not a political podcast.
Dude, it could be.
United States Army.
Hey, this is our first military podcast we've had. Actually.
Yeah. Okay.
Could you guys name, since we've been alive, all first ladies? I definitely can't.
Since we've been...
Yeah. So Melania, Jill, Michelle...
Who was Bush's wife?
Laura
Bush?
My first guess. I don't know.
Maybe. And then is it Hillary Clinton? Would be the first one for us?
Oh, I
go
guess.
to 96.
Dude, we might have just hit it all. We might have just hit it all.
Damn, well done, boys.
I hope Laura's right. No offense, Mr. Bush.
It's got to be one of them, right? There's two Bushes. They got to get one.
You're true.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I'm Team Jackson. You're right. You've convinced me. I don't think you have to know.
Thank God.
Luke, where do you stand?
I don't think you have to. I mean,
but you
cool,
should.
But maybe you should. It could be your civic duty in some ways, but. But as far as my day-to-day life, I probably don't care what the first lady looks like.
I'm going to make my girlfriend subscribe to the podcast and listen.
You have to, dude.
You have to timestamp it. You got to listen to the timestamp.
Yeah.
It's the first thing we've talked about. You just have to start. Yeah. All right, Luke, what is your football hot take?
All right, so obviously, if you don't know, I'm a diehard Baltimore Ravens fan.
No one knows besides us two.
Crush City knows. Anyway, as a Ravens fan, my hot take is that if John Harbaugh is coaching the team next year, Lamar Jackson will not be playing for the Baltimore Ravens.
Boys,
I think if they run another season back with Harbaugh, that Lamar will hold out on his contract and force a way out of Baltimore.
Why? What is there? There's rumblings. What's going on behind the scenes?
I think as a fan base and players, the message has run stale for the past. He's been there for 18 years. And I think there's a sense of urgency that Lamar's window is closing quickly and that there's going to need to be a shakeup. And then a lot of fans are saying that we should have just held on to Mike McDonald and kicked Harbaugh up to the front office. But, we didn't do that. And now our defense is horrendous. Our offensive coordinator is old. And then John Harbaugh is just a special team coach that ran out of ideas.
Are you fans? Are you the fans saying this?
The fans. The season ticket holders.
The Reddit, the Ravens Reddit user,
I'm deep.
Elisha.
No, that's just. I think that's just a pretty hot take. Is that unless there's some shakeup amongst the coaches, that Lamar is going to.
So why Lamar? Are you saying he's going to be sacrificial for the will of the rest of the team, or are you saying him personally has an issue with Monken and Harbaugh?
I think he's just going to look elsewhere, and the organization is going to look at him taking like $80 million worth of cap hit these next couple of years.
Whoa!
So he signed a huge extension, but we'll see if he honors the whole thing. That's where my head's at. I'm obviously this is like super reactionary because we started off so horribly.
My question is, do you know what John Harbaugh's wife?
Yeah.
I don't care to know. I just need that man to call timeouts when he's supposed to and like give the team a little bit of motivation.
As always, thank you to our sponsor, Soiree Season. Take Montezuma. All right, we are gonna jump into kind of Crush Cities Fantasy Football League talk, but before that, because I want to ask you both about your teams, your strategy, all that stuff. But before we get into that, we have to talk about the thing that I sent you. The thing that's most top of mind for me is, what is the worst trade that Neal has sent you in the last year? For context for the listeners, Neal is the back-to-back champion, the best team in the league so far through 4 weeks, I think by a significant margin, and the absolute worst person in the entire world to trade with. So who's ever ready? Go first. Worst trade offer in the last year.
Jackson, this one will come full circle for you. I'll go first.
All right.
So I was last summer shopping my boy Mike Evans, who coincidentally ended up going to Jackson.
Give some context. Some context, like
so.
He's coming off 1,000 yards. How many?
He's got 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
A little bit injury prone, a little bit older. I'm probably trying to flip a draft pick or two, maybe a player that can fit my team because running back position is just such a doozy these days. And but I have the proposed trade that he sent me. He didn't even talk to me. He just sent me this. It's so this is the last summer for context for players. I get me, worst player in the league. I get Noah Fant, Juwan Johnson, Zamir White, Audric Estime, Vidal from the Chargers, Michael Wilson, a 4th-round pick, and $23 of fab for Mike Evans. And then I'll go a little bit further because he tried to explain himself of why he sent me what he sent me. And it's just the most Neal response is anyone who's traded with him, and we'll give the viewers it's the worst possible experience you can have. So he says, the way I look at it is that you have 6 players that are owned by less than 35% of all of Sleeper on your roster. I'm giving you 5 that are owned by more than 55% of the leagues. Gives you depth and an actual chance to hit on a dart throw. Plus a pick and fab as a sweetener for a player that has probably 1 more year left in him.
Can you read those? Can you read those names off again that he offered, Luke?
Yes. Noah Fant, Juwan Johnson, Amir White, Audric Estime, or is it Cameron Vidal from the Chargers?
Monty
Vidal.
I think he's on the waiver.
Michael Wilson. James' 4th-round pick in 2026. And then $23 of free agency bucks to use.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, I think I rostered Juwan Johnson, but besides that, I don't think any of those guys.
Yeah.
Dude, Juwan Johnson might be the guy.
Might be the guy.
He's the dart throw that Neal said you might be able to hit on.
He's the one who's gonna score a TD for the Saints with 30 seconds left when they're down 35.
Yeah, facts.
I can't wait to have
League
him
winner.
on the pod
League winner
one day. And he's like, yeah, do you know you could really help yourself out by using this platform, getting better lighting, he just tells you what you're doing wrong.
Yep.
All right, Jackson, you want me to go or you want to hit it? Worst Neal trade.
Yeah, I'll hit it real quick. So just for a little bit of background on this one, Neal will always text me. I don't know if you guys can see it.
You can't see it. You might have to read
Damn.
it. Yeah, you can't see it.
He'll always text me. It's just a bunch of, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trade offers in a row that I just never responded to ever. And he just continually texts.
Yeah.
So that's always fun. Luke, you inspired me with your Audric Estime. He must have a thing out for him because he tried to throw him my way too.
Oh, yeah.
This was one of the ones he actually didn't text me about. Another one just on Sleeper that he just sent randomly. He wanted to do, mine might be worse. He wanted to do Audric Estime, who currently this year has 0 points. I don't think he played a snap, maybe.
He's a practice squad Eagles right now.
Okay, great. Good for him. And then Jordan Whittington, a backup running back, I think.
Wide receiver.
Oh, he's a wide receiver for the Rams?
Yeah, Rams, yeah.
Yeah. And then seven fab dollars. You know who he wanted? I mean, you come for the king, you best not miss. He wanted King Henry. And this was after Derrick Henry just came off that monster year last year, before the season started or anything like this. So he's got some wild ones. If ever, I just rejected this one immediately, but if you ever text me, I rarely ever text him back.
You open it. How long does Neal text sit on your phone? Okay, you open it. You look at it. Because it can ruin a day. If it's the wrong text at the wrong time, just after lunch, she's a little disrespectful, you know. Food doesn't settle right.
The last text I responded to Neal was, I said, what airline do you fly for? And he said, Air Wisconsin. I said, that sounds real.
Next Take Montezuma is going to be sponsored by Air Wisconsin.
Yeah. And I just have to say this one too because they're ridiculous. I'm a Cowboys fan, so he knows naturally I want to hold on to Cowboys players anyways. 3rd round pick for Dak Prescott. I said, brother, come on.
In a super flex.
Super flex.
Disrespectful. Dude, you guys did better than me. I didn't scroll all the way back. One happened recently that pissed me off, which made me think of this. So he texts me that he's interested in Ted McMillan. I'm like, okay, cool. I don't want to get rid of him, but I'll hear you out, Neal. And he kind of does an undersell, whatever. I'm like, okay, Neal, this isn't going anywhere. I'm like, I want the offer you gave to Dolan. And he gave Dolan a offer of Lad McConkey and a 28 first for Quinton Judkins, which is a good offer. Like, Dolan said no to that. I'm like, dude, give me that same offer for Ted. Then he responds with, Lad is going to cost you, just Lad, he's going to cost you Ted McMillan, who just got drafted in the top 10 in the real NFL draft and is playing well, and 2 first-round picks for Lad. It's like, come on. I'm like, I didn't respond. I was like, sorry, I can't do it.
Oh, my God.
So, all right, that's our buddy Neal. Can't wait to have him on, I guess.
I don't hate the Lad in the first for
Judkins.
Oh, Quinton Judkins?
Yeah, no, if I got that, I was going to take that for Ted.
Yeah,
I don't said no to it for Judkins, which I was surprised.
I was actually thinking Quentin Johnson, not Judkins. I wouldn't have done it for Judkins either. He's a beast. Yeah. Judkins a beast.
No, that's Dolan's new favorite podcast topic.
Studkins, that's what he says.
Last 3 episodes we've touched. One of them we'll never get to hear because of his Wi-Fi, but last 3 episodes we've talked Judkins, at least. All right, let's jump into this. Jackson, I think we'll start with you and then go to Luke. Basically kind of team strategy, just like paint the picture of where you are in our Crush Cities landscape, what you're thinking about for this year and beyond, how you view your team, quickly like goals, right, what you think about. I'll try to frame it because I don't know if you'll say it the same way. Jackson's team, actually you both, I think have kind of strategies different from everybody else in the league. Jackson specifically will take any good producing fantasy player who is getting up there in age and add them to his team to get fantasy points at this moment with what seems from the outside very little care for when/if their careers are going to fall off.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great description. What I'll say is I run my fantasy team how I run my life. Okay, it's a day-to-day thing. We're not promised tomorrow, you know. So it's a win now league. Okay, it's always a win now league. If you're waiting to win, saying, "Oh, I'll win 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 4 years from now," come on, that could never come. It's a win now league. So go out, have that drink at the bar, talk to that girl. It's a win now league. Okay. That's my life advice for the day. Yeah, so James is right. I if you've got a big name, I want you on my team. I'm just like Jerry Jones. I want the stars, okay? I just traded for Mike Evans. I knew at some point he was going to miss about 4 or 5 weeks with a torn hamstring like he does every year. But it's Mike Evans. Dude's never had under 1,000 yards receiving. Like, you know, welcome to the club, Mike Evans. And our philosophy, I actually also... I'm the owner of this league, but I actually hired a coach to run my team day to day. Colton Engelman, shout out Vajangelman, coach. He does the day-to-day operations, and I'm more of a big picture, but I am a very hands-on owner. We have modeled our team around 3 words. Tote that thing. We're toting that ball, all right? For a couple years there, we didn't even have a wide receiver that started in the NFL. I mean, it was just a carousel of random wide receivers we were playing. We had Darius Slayton early on, and he scored like 20 points in the first week of his rookie season. I don't think he scored 20 points the rest of the 3 seasons combined that he's had. But we like to tote that thing. We're running typically we'd like to run 4 running backs. Unfortunately, our 4th running back, Joe Mixon, probably will never touch a football field again, it seems, at this point in time. But, you know, we got King Henry. Alvin Kamara stinks this year because the Saints might be the worst team in the NFL, but love me some AK. And then the GOAT, Christian McCaffrey. Shout out James for that one. And also a little bit, we've bolstered the wide receiver room now. Mike Evans. Who else? Who are we cooking with? Oh, yeah, we got Keenan Allen, Devontae Adams. So if you had those 3 guys like 6-7 years ago, oh my God, your team's disgusting.
DeAndre Hopkins.
Oh, yeah, D-Hop.
Stephon Diggs.
Stephon Diggs. Yeah. Dude, George Kittle.
This is the best fantasy team in the world 5 years ago.
Dude, 100%. I mean, people are calling us a retirement home, but they're coming here to win a chip. You know, like, they're coming here. It's a lot of veteran leadership in the locker room, and that's what we like to see. We're led by Dakota Rain Prescott, along with Baker Me a Cake Mayfield. I mean, Baker's got the most moxie in the NFL, I think, so we're excited about that. One interesting note, and then I'll pass it over to Luke. I'm not sure anybody on my roster was drafted by me originally in the first draft. We've made a lot of we're blockbuster trades only team. We don't do small trades, just it's not our thing. We, as James mentioned earlier, don't believe in the future, therefore we don't have any picks. I go to the draft every year with maybe a 4th. And so I kind of just go to party, and it's really fun. But I don't believe in holding on to draft picks. You know, I mean, it's just my philosophy.
Let me ask you a question on that. So no draft picks, right? We know that. You have a 28 first sitting there, burning a hole in your pocket.
It is.
Who are the targets? You're going big game hunting with that. If you don't want to say, that's okay. But
no.
Who do you got your eyes on out there?
Well, you know,
can't wait
something came across my desk, a little DK Metcalf trade, and you know, I'm DK. I like DK. You know, he got a chip on his shoulder, plays hard. I can get behind a guy like that, but I just, you know, he's not a first round pick to me. He's a 1 receiver, but he's not a first round pick for me. To put it in a little bit of perspective, I offered Dolan right after CeeDee Lamb got hurt. I said, let me get CeeDee real quick. I'll throw in a 3rd. I could even sweeten it a first. I can even sweeten it a little bit if we need to.
With some fab.
You know, yeah, maybe I'll throw $7 of fab towards it. But I'm looking for those listening that are in the league, I am looking for a bona fide stud 1 receiver. Number 1 receiver out here, okay? And I'm willing to pay it's a first, and I'll throw in some other things. I'm just not sure it's DK Metcalf, unfortunately. But, you know, for a second, maybe DK. But first, I don't think I can go there.
Well, Luke offered him earlier today. Because Johnny offered me that, so I was thinking.
That's not bad.
Not bad.
I'll also say Luke's my favorite trade partner, but unfortunately, he doesn't have a lot of assets to trade at this moment in time.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I have a question for both of you, because Luke is your team, Jackson is your team. Derrick Henry, are we worried about the usage? If the Ravens defense isn't good, Lamar Jackson's hurt for 2 weeks, and they're playing a lot of games from behind, contrary to what they've done in the past, he obviously doesn't get those 3-minute, those play from behind, the passing down snaps. Is it a real concern? Or is it just a blip that we're going to think was stupid to even ask in 4 weeks?
I personally am not concerned at all with Derrick Henry. It's Derrick Henry. I think he's gonna be all right. And let's not forget Soupy with Koopy. They got Cooper Rush coming in to throw that thing. I've personally, as a Cowboys fan, seen what this guy can do. You know, so I'm not too worried yet. And I have one more note I forgot to say, most important note, James, about my team. The first pick of this team ever, the cornerstone of this franchise, is Ezekiel Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott is my second favorite player of all time after Tony Romo. And this guy, he did so much for us. And I feel as though I really am the Cowboys owner here, because we had good teams, and he did so much, as much as he could for us, and we couldn't bring him a ring. And for that reason, he's got a permanent roster spot. We will not drop him, even though he is not on a team currently. We will not drop him, because we're going to get a ring eventually, and he deserves it. So my team name, hashtag for Zeke. This is for Zeke, the cornerstone of this franchise.
So funny. I obviously had it as a question. Why do you still roster him? Love it. Also, one other last question for Jackson, your team. Why don't you use your waiver budget? You're $100 still. Next highest is only 26.
Trade capital.
I could have 107 had I taken Neal's deal, but
It
great
expires
question.
at the end of the year. Yeah.
Well, you're right. Great question. And I'll tell you why. Injuries happen. And when a guy goes down, we're going to be able to scoop up everybody that's available. And it makes me think back to Le'Veon Bell and James Conner. If you got James Conner way back in the day when they were like, who the hell's James Conner? Stud. I mean, he got hurt, obviously. But I'm waiting for a James Conner. That's my short answer.
Can I play devil's advocate? All the
Do
James
it.
Connors are on someone's taxi squad, not the waiver wire.
I don't think you guys are right. I'm waiting for James Conner's
Like
Connor.
Amari DiMercado. Yeah.
He's already gone.
I don't want Amari DiMercado. I wanted nothing to do with Amari DiMercado. And maybe I'll just throw it in a trade. I'll be like, hey, who wants my 100 free agent dollars?
I think you could get a fourth for it, maybe even a third for all 100.
All
But you
100.
don't like picks. You don't like to draft.
No, I like to go to the draft and get drunk with my boys. I can't be thinking straight if I'm having beers,
Except for-
you know?
Except for this year, you didn't want to do that. But all the other
Dude,
years.
that was crazy. All the other years.
Talk about that. All right. Actually, my actual last question, Jackson, for your team. When's Shador going to start? Not your team, real NFL.
Dude, Shador Dash Sanders. Johnny Edelman talking sweet stuff in the chat already. Again, don't respond to that. I don't respond to things that are just ridiculously wild. Like, congrats. Dylan Gabriel can have a couple weeks if he wants. Shador Dash Sanders is going to come in, I'm saying, week 11. And for my playoff push, and he's going to win me a chip.
What? Start him over Baker?
Dude, it's going to be dude, it's first team all vibes. It's going to be incredible.
Love it. Luke, when do you think he's going to start?
Next year.
Dude,
so it's a long play for me.
Too hard to...
It's a long play. Him and Joe Milton, long plays for you.
They say I don't plan for the future. I got Joe Milton and Shador Sanders.
Cowboys overtime captain. So,
Yeah.
Jackson, I honestly, your team has hung on a lot longer than I thought was possible. Testament
Dude,
to you. Testament to the team. I thought it was collapsing last year.
Yeah, people had the ship sinking years ago, but
Yeah.
just like the Titanic, every good captain goes down with the ship. So I will be captaining this thing till we hit the iceberg.
I thought Colton was captaining it. You just pay him to captain.
Well, he's technically like driving the boat.
Okay,
He's doing that, but I'm sitting in like one of the suites. Just hanging out.
Yeah. Like, all right. Luke, let's go to your team.
Mm-hmm.
Different
approach.
standings as Jackson. Different approach. Yep. Different needs. So, not to be rude, Luke, but I think objectively, you probably had the worst team in this league for at least the last 4 years, maybe.
Dude, he stays out of last though.
But hey, that's what people are asking. You've never finished last, so there's a lot of evidence that that's the goal. Like, that's the team vision. We have fun and we do not get last. We don't care about a real rebuild. We don't care about future first round picks. We care about getting 9th or 8th. Is that a fair assessment?
It is a fair assessment of the past couple of years. I prided myself on not having to buy another grown man a jersey that he wants.
Yep.
With that, I've had some of the craziest luck of not getting last of all time. If we go back to like 2022, Kyler Murray tears his ACL in the last game. James Conner scores 2 touchdowns, and I beat Jake on points.
Wow.
Points 4. Same shit record, but points 4. I got him on that last game. It was like a Thursday, Monday Night Football game. Anyway,
That was nuts.
and I guess I care about this league so much, and it hurts every week and like how hard it is to scrap for points. So like people like Neal drive me insane that they just like have the same starting lineup for 8 weeks and just 150, 150, 150, 150. And if I'm projected to get above 100, that's like a good week. But guys, there's always a but. However, I am dead set on keeping my first ever first round pick this season. Okay? Yeah. So
Clap it up.
Just for the people out there, I have driven Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson to the end of their careers before offloading them. I've traded anyone with any type of upside, and I'm not good at trading for picks. I want a player back, and I always get
Same.
some run-of-the-mill player. For instance, I got Jonnu Smith and Tony Pollard from Jackson summer, thinking
Mike
that
Evans.
this was I was gonna turn my luck around.
Yeah, I thought Tony Pollard would be better than this.
Yeah. But regardless, looking at what I got now, I offloaded Tyreek Hill, which I did not want to do. Turned out to be probably the best move I made. Got a first-round pick back for him. But I really, really just wanted to get a quarterback with some upside and a little bit of youth. So I did take Jake's first-round pick, which I thought was going to be a little bit high. I'll be honest. I didn't think he was going to start 0-4.
Yep.
And I flipped Danny Dimes and J.K. Dobbins to get a little bit of like spunky youth in my team to maybe like have at least a formidable piece to score a touchdown once or twice. But basically, it's a hard week for me every week. Like Dallas Goedert getting 2 tutties last week, great for me. Like I'm out of my seat. I'm out of my seat in my house, like clapping. My players play hard. But I am in the rebuilding phase. I'm probably looking to get that first pick overall this coming year. I think the wheels are finally starting to come off, and now that Ashton has like completely revamped his team like a proper manager, it's probably time for me to do the same.
Well, so that's where someone would poke holes, right? They'd be like, just eat it, like buy the jersey, and then get the first round picks, and eventually, right? Like Tanner did it. Like Neighbors is super valuable, and But you're like, no, I'm not going to buy another man jersey. I'm not going to get less. I'm going to trade for J.K. Dobbins and Daniel Jones and beat Jake. And that's what I respect. Because I wouldn't do it. But
Luke is a man of principle, and it's the principle of the matter.
And I tell you what, man, I tote some really, really bad players out there on Sundays. And by God, do I root my ass off today.
Does it make you a better coach? Are you a better coach for having to choose between – actually, let me go choose a couple lineup decisions you have for this week.
While you're doing that, James, Luke, so do you ever see any of your players on Red Zone?
No. The best highlight I've gotten on Red Zone this year was the J.K. Dobbins one-handed catch against the Chargers where he ran it in. Like, that was like, oh my God, I'm the greatest fantasy player of all time. Other than that, I get a shovel pass to Goddard. Daniel Jones, I just got him. He had the worst game of his life last week.
Yeah.
And then the only other joy I ever had, but remember that crazy Tyreek stat where he hadn't caught a ball over 60 yards? I didn't even get like one of those Tyreek Hill 80-yard bombs. I got none of it. So,
dude, that's how I feel about McCaffrey. The same thing when dude. I mean, Luke, some of these guys you can kind of talk yourself into, like Hollywood, 14
targets
5.
week 1. 14 targets week 1.
3 for 5 targets
that's
last week.
Targets week 1.
That's the analysis I do, man. I click on them. How many snap percentage do they play? Are they even capable of being on the field? And that's why, like, Justice Hill, I'm looking at him like, shit, gets it on third down, catches a wheel route. Like, I'm in there.
Yeah, he had a good week last week.
Dude, you didn't even start Justice Hill last week.
I didn't even start. I watched Tony Pollard run into his lineman for fucking an hour.
Yeah.
But no, to James's point, though, I take pride in trying to put the craziest team that can somehow be successful out there. I'm not born on third base like Neal. I don't just set Jonathan. I don't just go Jonathan Taylor, Justin Jefferson, Kenneth Walker, Josh Jacobs, Jordan Love. I don't do that every week, okay? I got to get into the waivers. I got to get into the depth chart. Darnell Mooney's not playing. How many snaps is Ray McLeod going to get? That's immediately what I'm doing. I care too much.
Probably.
I don't know. It's like I'm just basically looking at whoever's second string that can get in there and probably catch a ball for a touchdown. I'm really low on the Vikings. I hate watching them. You don't know who's going to do what. I'm a little high on Tolbert. After watching Dak sling it Sunday night.
Dude, Dak was back.
But there's something about fantasy where the right play is not always the right play. You know,
I like that. I like that.
Everyone's like, Tolbert, you see that sideline grab he had? But I'm looking at Hollywood Brown. Like, everybody's all crazy about Worthy. Hollywood slides in there, gets a few grabs. You know? That's the analysis I have. So, like, it is a whole – it's a different Sunday
who
experience.
can get 3 catches for 80?
Yep. And this is how it goes. It goes, first slate kicks off. 50% of the time, I'm done by the end of the first slate. I've already lost.
That's good. That's peaceful, right? So then you can relax the rest of the day.
It's peaceful. But the problem is, I'm so entrenched with this league that I immediately click to, okay, I got to score points because that's the tiebreaker. So I'm sitting there begging. I'm begging them to throw it to Jacoby Myers. I'm begging them, dude. Please.
Jacoby Myers not bad.
Target shares.
Yeah, he
target
does.
share.
Not bad.
Horrible this year. Shit. But regardless, my Sunday's preparation, it is difficult, but I ride for my team. That's why when Dolan sends out those rankings, like, what is this guy doing? I got my players back, bro. I have my players back at all times. And I give them the opportunity that they're looking for. Because, you know what?
Yeah. Would you say your team has more heart than Dolan's, and that's why you've beaten him 3 times in a row?
Exactly. I'm 3-0 my last 3 against Dolan. And then who do I got this week? Mr. Dolan himself.
What does the sleeper line have it as? Is he like a 40-point favorite? Like,
no, he's actually not that big of a favorite because I have a shot versus him.
Dude,
I mean, it's got to be like
1%.
He's plus, gonna be, unless he's. I'm telling you, bro. I hyped up Woody Marks on purpose. He's gonna be a bust this week, bro. Take that one to the bank.
Dude, you know what I'm taking to the bank, Luke? I'm taking my paycheck on Friday. I'm putting it on Luke Leisher money line plus 322. I mean, it's a steal. Absolute steal.
And I'm telling you, like, hey, we don't wish for injuries in this league. Tyreek Hill going down. Waddle,
baby, Waddle.
Yeah. And then, you know, the big bad Emperor, Neal, did hit my line about similar to the lad trade kind of thing.
Dude, he likes to poach.
No, but like this is back to Neal a little bit. His problem is that he's like, I'm entitled to your player.
Oh my God, I know.
That is the hardest part about being the worst player in the league is that everybody's looking at me to bolster their playoff clip because they're like, Luke, just give me your guys. You're useless.
Yeah.
What do you want? And that's
when
why
Joe,
into a lot of traps.
When Joe Mixon was a dog, he literally texted me. He was like, Joe Mixon would look better on my team. That's it.
Yeah. The only thing in this league that's good for us is Neal doesn't have a lot of depth right now. So, like, you know, we don't wish for injuries, obviously, but, you know, things happen.
We don't wish for injuries.
But he's just like, he just texts me straight up, no proposition, no nothing. I want Waddle. like he's some, like, pharmaceutical company about to just, like, take my business away from me. Like, I didn't know
it's like I'm reading Shogun right now, and it's like all the peasants and the people who live in one area, they report to like the daimyo or however you pronounce it, and you just have to give him all your money. Like he's just entitled to all your money. That's how Neal thinks the league works.
Every time you pass go, you pay Neal.
Yeah, you pay.
Yeah. But
wait, Luke. Question. So you said you're keeping your 26 first. Who are we looking at? Have you been doing scouting on Saturdays yet?
Well, yeah.
Jeremiah Love.
So funny thing is, if you noticed, you know, when you look at the Bible leaderboards every week, I change my name every week to tank whoever I watched on Saturday. Week 2, I tanked for who was it? Ryan Williams when he had that sick catch against Wisconsin.
He's not even coming out.
Yeah, and then it was tank for like Nussmeier because he had a
Carson Beck.
Yeah, so Carson Beck beat whoever, and now this week it was a tank for Ty Simpson because he dogged Georgia. So
Dude.
I'm not gonna look too hard into it because the combine's gonna happen, and that'll basically tell me what I need to know. But I do watch on Saturdays. That's like who broke off a couple touchdowns. That's who I'm tanking.
Gut call.
That's my team.
The person aside, what position do you want it to line up for you? QB, running back, wide receiver.
I would like a running back. And this is going to sound crazy, but like running back is very difficult in this league right now because, you know, you got people like Jackson that just
hoard them.
Yeah.
And then everybody's on taxi. It's impossible. So it sounds crazy to say that Tua and Daniel Jones, I can at least survive with that, barring Tua doesn't get destroyed one more time like he almost did last night.
He should never run.
Yeah, I was listening on the radio in my car, like the playback was going. It was like Tua takes off, and like I almost stopped the car. So I'm ready for him just to get another head injury and be gone. So I got Zach Wilson. But I think I can survive that quarterback regime. I just need a skill player, and it just pains me to watch James have Genty. Like, if I just would have been a decent owner, I would have had that one of those picks to get an Abuka or a Genty. So the good thing is for the rookies doing well this year is that's kind of like what I need to get after. And nobody tells me how to manage my team quite like Dolan. Dolan is like
you should go like listen to episodes 1 through 19 of this show.
Yeah, and he's like I'm free consultation, bro. Don't take that trade. Don't take this pick. You need to get more out of that.
So then why do you always trade with him? Honest
That's
question.
the problem. He warms me up, man.
Dude, it's like Stockholm syndrome or whatever.
Yeah, I fall in love with the terrorist.
Like,
you know?
your wife cheats on you, and then tells you how.
But I think it's because I think
Luke is being cucked by Dolan right now.
Yeah, it's because guys, he just listens to me. He takes you back. No, but I think he does. I think try to get on my good side. He's just kind of like, look, man, you just need to hold on to this, man. You'll be okay, kind of thing.
You'll be all right.
But then that's what I'm saying is all the trades that come in, like Johnny, he's just blunt force trauma. He will just absolutely annihilate your phone like it's some stock market. Like he's all over you all the time. And he's just constantly editing. He'll just reply to whatever trade he has, he edit it and do another one and do another one. He's like, this one's rescinded, but this one's the new one. He's like, oh my God.
He gives them
man.
all like names and numbers. It's like if you 2B.2.
And it's never just 1 2 and 1 2. It's like, all right, here's 6 and you get back 3 and then a fab plus a 4th, and you're like, dude.
All right. Let's go. We've been going 50. So we talked about your teams. You guys can grill my team if you would like. Floor is yours, right? I would never do this one way on this podcast. We don't have to.
Mm-hmm. I have a question for you, James.
Yeah, hit me.
What's going on with Brian Thomas?
Dude, it's scary. It's really scary stuff on BTJ owner. I think it's a combination of he was put in a bad position from Trevor Lawrence passes one too many times that he started to even second guess it a little bit. Then the combination of second guessing it a little bit with not the best hands in the entire world. And I honestly think he has the yips or had the yips a little bit about going over the middle. I think that has totally affected his entire game now. And so I think he's thinking about every route. So it's not natural like it was last year. I think he's still supremely talented. I think he's still going to have a great career ahead of him. I think it's really rough. And like Trevor's not perfect, but I think it's a combination of Trevor not being perfect and he's just in his head a tiny bit too much. And so,
and one more. When he gets back to being healthy, when are we pulling up J.J. McCarthy from the practice squad? Does he see minutes this year?
I'll just give you quick. My quarterback analysis going into the year for my team was I don't have any of the top 4 guys, right? The rushers, like the elite guys. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I have a couple pocket passers. I know Mahomes has had a good start to the year, but he didn't have good last 2 years. So I was like, I need to essentially have 4 pocket passers who should be starters, and I'm going to need to play matchups with all 4 of them, and I should be able to get by on touchdowns if I kind of play it right, was my thought. I'm a little concerned about McCarthy. It's going to take longer than this year. So I don't think – I'm going to have to bring him up at the end of the year. I'd say he'll get a start week 12, 13. Is when I'll pull him off and play. That's what I think. I think they'll figure it out.
I like that. I like that.
They'll figure it out.
I've got just one league question. Look around the league, just so you know. I'm always intrigued at what other people think. I think Johnny's got something up his sleeve here pretty soon.
Really?
I think he's
panicking right now.
He's in a panic trade, and I want to know, would he ever offload those 2 quarterbacks? Would he ever?
Never Jaden Daniels.
Lamar and Jaden Daniels, would he offload them because he's just so sick of them not playing games?
If anyone were to offload him, it would be Johnny. He also we asked him this question actually when he came on. He's more open to it than I think you'd guess. Maybe not Jaden because of Commander thing. Yeah, but I think Lamar, if Johnny blows it up, he'll really, really blow it up, right? And get and I think everyone's available for a price at that point. So yeah I think it's possible.
And then my follow-up to that is I'm looking around the league, and the other person that just it can go either way, fucking Don's team.
Dude.
When does Don get out of this Bengals?
Did his window close? People are asking.
Whoa.
I mean.
When is Don going to break up the Burrow Chase status?
I mean, Don's been back-to-back in the Super Bowl, yeah?
No.
I don't think he's been that close. He's been top 4, probably.
He was Super Bowl last year.
Super Bowl last year, I think semis and a bye maybe the year before. No, because Johnny lost the Super Bowl, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
He choked it out, We remember.
Neal. No, it's an interesting question. Don's the most interesting owner maybe in the whole league. His quarterbacks are a little worse, and which makes his team a little worse, at least for this year.
I couldn't believe he gave me a second for Aaron Rodgers. I just wanted to put that out.
Yeah, that's great. I'm sorry.
I've been not the best trader, but he gave me a second for Rodgers on the way into work, and I like stopped my car. I was like,
Immediate accept.
Yeah.
I don't think he separates those two guys. In his mind, his team's still good. The 4 running backs are really good. And so I think he tries to just ride this thing out. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm curious your opinion, Jackson. He's the hardest to predict.
Yeah, I like Bucky Irving a lot. Obviously, Omarion Hampton's nasty. I'm not like that high on Kyron Williams. Obviously, he's not had a great start to the season. And Blake Corum, the GOAT, I don't know. Is he going to come in and get some touches here? I mean, I don't know, but I might hit Don's line here if you're listening, Don. Keep a lookout on your phone. I might, just call you to chat.
Don has a lot of players too. There's a lot of good guys on that roster.
Those were just my two little look around the league. It's like, seat owner, just like, boy. And then I'm also just depressed that this team's super good.
Why, you wanted somebody down there?
Yeah, me and him used to bond on Sundays. Like, I texted him this weekend. I said, I just know how good you feel right now, and I'm happy for you.
Wow.
That's
the most meaningful, after a 2-2 start, that's the most meaningful text I think anyone's ever gotten.
I texted him on Sunday night. I said, what a day at the office for you. I know that feels good. He says, vibes are pretty high in the locker room tonight, especially having to start with Sean Smith last minute with Jalen Warren playing and fucking whatever. And he says, they don't know what it's like to hustle for every single point. So. I just miss having those conversations. I just put up 145 every week.
Send it to Jake now. Be like, man, we're down here.
Like,
welcome back down.
Champagne. Every win I get, I'm like popping champagne in the locker room, dude. I'm like, what? Let's go.
It has to make you feel good that Jake has a history of finishing last. He knows how to do it.
Yeah. He does. He
knows how to do it.
It's like, Jake, looking at your team, bro, like, what is going on with your team, man?
Dude, he has a good team, but a lot of start-sit decisions every week.
Start-sit.
Like, they're not the most
His quarterback room must drive him insane.
Yeah.
He's got Stroud, Lawrence, Darnold, and Justin Fields. Good luck picking 2 every week.
Boys, I said we wouldn't go an hour. We went an hour. But thank you both for coming on. Before we wrap up, who's going to win it this year?
Hey, me or Don.
Wow.
I think James, you'll like this. I think it's time for you to finally.
Let's go. That's what I want.
Just watching Bijan and some of
Bijan's so nasty.
It's so nasty.
Your team's just underperformed past seasons. You've had good teams. They've just underperformed.
All right, boys. This was fun. Crush Fantasy Football, episode 20. Dolan, you were missed, but we had a ton of fun without you.